there, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of all of us Belizeans here, I want to take this opportunity to say welcome you to a new program here called Belizean Beauty Queens Past and Present. I'm your host, Alan McCoy, and on this program, I'll be interviewing some of the past and present delegates from different beauty pageants that they have participated in. Pageants like Queen of the Bay pageant, Mrs. Terramore pageant, Queen of the West pageant, Senorita Feria de la Fleur pageant, or any other pageant that you have participated in. But the objective of this program is to ensure that all the delegates, past and present, share their experiences, home and abroad, on what it feels like in being a delegate, and to ask them the challenges they're facing prior to and during the pageant. On this program, you're going to meet some of the delegates that I'll be interviewing, and where they're going to share their story and their experience on how they handle this. We're going to meet some of the delegates in a moment. But first things first, we're going to get into some messages and announcements. We'll be right back with Belizean Beauty Queens Past and Present. And then we're going to have the interview with the delegates. We'll be back after these words. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Belizean Beauty Queens Past and Present. I'm Alan McCoy, live from Belize today, and I have guests that will be done virtually that will be talking about their experience of Queen of the Bay 2017-2018. And today, my guest with me is Aaliyah Ysagurrie, 2017-2018 Queen of the Bay. Aaliyah, how are you doing? Well,
thank you for having me today.
It is my definitely pleasure, Aaliyah, as you're the first guest that will be interviewed on this program. So tell me about yourself. What kind of work or profession are you doing at the moment?
Oh, hi. Well, right now I'm a student. I'm actually pursuing my bachelor's degree, and I also have a business named Tropical Amber. It's a feature store, and for the viewers, you can find it on Facebook and Instagram. And yeah, of course, going to school and my business. That's basically what I've been doing.
Ah, very nice. Tropical Amber. What was that about?
So it's a beachwear store. You can find swimsuits, dresses, any type of beach necessities, accessories, things, and my store is basically just a collection of things that I love and I really like.
That's really sweet, and that's for the ladies to enjoy only. That's just wardrobes, especially for women. No guys allowed.
Oh, I also offer beachwear for men too.
Ah,
It's more specifically for women.
that is nice to hear. Maybe one day soon when I get to your store, where is that located? In culture capital Angrega?
You can access it everywhere.
Okay then. That's nice.
Internet.
That's nice. So Aaliyah, how does it feel for you to be a Queen of the Bay designate on the day September 10, 2017?
It felt a lot of emotions because of what all was happening, all the events surrounding up to that day, and the events that took place on that day. I could say that was historical, but I felt just very emotional, a lot of emotions, overwhelmed, happy, anxious, nervous, a lot of emotions. And at the end of the day, I could say that I was really, really touched by the outpour of love and support from the communities, especially my hometown Dangriga. When I got home, they put together a parade for me, and it was just a lot of love that I received, despite from the little negative comments and back and forth. The amount of love and support that I received was truly heartwarming.
That's nice for you. And how did you prepare yourself for the pageant? Did you feel any nervous on stage when you go and represent your hometown?
Well, I was preparing from the summer. I believe I started preparing. Well, from the year before, I told Miss Ysagurrie because we were helping. They had a Queen of the Bass and Crick pageant the year before when Miss Priscilla Castillo won. And so I attended that pageant and I told Miss Ysagurrie, which one I've known since I was a child that I wanted to partake. And so the other year came around and she gave me a call during the summer, asked me if I still wanted to, and I told her yes. And from then we started preparing. I was attending SJC at the time, and so after classes I would leave and go to her house and we would practice and start preparing. And then up to fast forward to the night before the pageant, the day before the pageant, I was super nervous. I was so anxious and nervous. But the day of the pageant, all of that went away. So it's like I had a pre-episode of my nervousness. I was completely calm on the night of the pageant, completely contented, confident, relaxed. Yeah.
Well, that's good to hear. Now, what was your reaction on the day of that pageant? On the day, September 10th, 2017, when they removed Zenaida Moyo on stage, when she interrupted the stage by calling us on Esmeralda and made her look bad. Would you like to give an account of what transpired on what happened that day?
Okay, so on that day, because of all what was happening, I was already kind of prepared for something to happen. I didn't know what would have happened, but I was already mentally prepared. And so if you would watch the clips and the interviews on the Ysagurrie and you would see that I wasn't really surprised. I was already mentally prepared. But when I walked up to be crowned by Miss Priscilla, I didn't see Zenaida Moya or Miss Arunj walk behind me. I didn't see what they were doing at all. It wasn't until I heard Miss Shari Williams call for her to be escorted off the stage. Then I knew that she was behind me and she was doing something. But it was until I saw the news, then I saw what she was doing. So I didn't really see.
Yep, and I know people are posting up on social media saying they want Zenaida Moya removed from the Queen of the Bay Commission. And then after that, Miss Emma Boyton sent a letter to her telling her that her services are no longer accepted. So they had to terminate her with immediate effect on that day.
And all the past days, they came together to, stood up for what was right and fight against what was wrong. And up till this day, Queen of the Bay is run by an association of all the past queens who held the title up.
Yes, that's correct. And I noticed when we first met face to face,
girls and so I always encourage young ladies from my community to partake in Queen of the Bay, despite what had happened. It's right. You learn from them. Yeah, always encourage. others may help you when to in the party, you know, you always learn from them. You have to grow from them. And Queen of the Bay, with all the past part of something, big songs and then mostly them.
That's correct. That's nice. I noticed when we first met face to face when we were at Miss University's pageant 2018, which was held at the Biltmore Plaza. How do you feel when you and I met? This was before Janelle Frazier became successful in being Miss Universities, right after Rebecca Rath passed on the crown to her. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I remember. Well, you know when you have this friend and you finally meet them in person. I've been receiving your love and support months prior on social media, and finally meeting you was really exciting. To finally meet Mr. Alan.
Yes, after the months after you got your crown, because after that, I met up with Jenny Cruz, who I'm a Queen of the Bay 2018 that time there, because the first time when Jenny and I we met at Love FM studio when she would do something for 12 days of Christmas. But I personally was on was going to do Christmas performance for this Spanish station, which is Love FM sister station, Stereo More, which was good.
Yeah, she's an artist. She's a singer. She has an amazing.
Yes. They run a band with her dad, brother Fem Cruz, who is a Love FM correspondent. And you'll hear him every morning on Plus TV before Louis Wade takes over the program.
And may I ask you, how did you feel to be on that night at Miss Universe? How did you feel to be?
Well, Aaliyah, I feel happy about that. I really love, because you know me, I'm a pageant lover. I've been doing this for quite some time, because every time I go perform all over the place, I do it. I usually do it physically, but this time I had to do it virtually because of the fact that nobody can't do anything because of this crazy pandemic. And another question I'm going to ask you: what advice would you like to give to the aspiring ladies if they want to become Queen of the Bay?
To be prepared for, be prepared and be educated about what Queen of the Bay is and what it represents. Queen of the Bay represents love for community, for your country, a young lady who can be other young ladies to look up to, the young lady, whoever to Queen of the Bay to present this, advise them, and despite what I went through, and despite every year there's some pageant controversy, and not just in Queen of the Bay, but the different pageantries, it develops you to speak up, represent yourself, how to be better. It really moves you, and I think that would develop something to develop.
That's a good idea there. I would really like your admiration that you did representing your culture capital very well, Aaliyah, and I really admire your work you've done. So I just want to say thanks for coming on the program. I gladly appreciate everything you've done, but maybe one day soon we'll do something physically when this pandemic is over, because I want to work on a new segment within the near future called Ceviche with the Past Delegates, which will be good.
That sounds fun, because I love ceviche and I know how to make it too, so we can definitely work on that.
Yeah, but we can work on that when the pandemic is over, and I encourage the public, and I will encourage all the delegates to come to the studio physically whenever we have a program like this to occur. Aaliyah, it was a pleasure being interviewed with you. I just want to thank you for coming by, and we'll look forward to this again someday soon in the future.
Mr. Alan, thank you for having me, and should you ever want to do something else like you just mentioned, I'm always here opportunity to reach out to me. Thank you.
Anytime, Aaliyah. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye.
Goodbye. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you had it. Aaliyah Ysagurrie, Queen of the BA Designate 2017-2018, reaches out to me via Facebook Messenger. Coming up after the commercial break, we're going to have a second guest in the studio. That will be a virtual interview. BELIZEAN Beauty Queens past and present with Alan the Reading McCoy here. We'll be right back after these messages and a word from our sponsors. Welcome back to BELIZEAN Beauty Queens past and present. My name is Alan McCoy, coming to you live from the studio of the Reading McCoy Entertainment, right here in the heart of Belize today. In our last segment, we interviewed Aaliyah Ysagurrie, who was Queen of the Bay 2017-2018, and it was a good interview that we had on our first segment. And now today, on our second segment, we have a beautiful guest here via Facebook Messenger phone call, who's going to tell us her story. And she's all the way from Garden City, Belmopan. Ladies and gentlemen, she was Miss Las Flores before, from 2019 to 2020, and 2020 to 2020 to 2021, Queen of the Bay. And I have her online with me, ladies and gentlemen. Here she is, Myra Sibrian. How are you doing?
Hi, good night. Good night, Mr. Alan, and good night, everyone. I am doing fine. I'm excited.
Tell me about yourself, Myra. What kind of profession or work are you doing at the moment?
Well, as you said, my name is Myra Sibrian. I am Miss Las Flores 2019-2021. I am Queen of the Bay Belmopan 2020-2021 and National Queen of the Bay 2020-2021. Besides being the queen, I also am I work full-time as a finance administrator at the Belmopan Fine Furnishings Limited Company, and I also study part-time at the University of Belize. I'm currently pursuing an associate degree in business science.
Wow, that is so nice, but I don't want to come in at the furniture shop because you know I really love furniture, and them are my thing. Where I really enjoy most of those tables, those desk chairs. You also do bedside table, right?
Yes, we do everything when it comes to furniture, wooden and also upholstered furniture.
Well, that's nice to hear that. So, from the time you were been chosen by the Belmopan Queen of the Bay committee, what was your reaction to the day when you become Belmopan Queen of the Bay? How do you feel about that?
Very good. It's actually very exciting to have been able to not just participate in a pageant last year, but also be chosen to represent the Garden City. It's a huge honor, and I am very happy that I was able to win.
That's nice to hear. I really love Garden City. Because that's my favorite place. Because the last time I come performed there physically was last year September when I became Miss Las Flores pageant, and up to now. Still can't do my physical performance again because I ended up to perform for 2 locations, Belize City and Kikaka. At the time when you were Miss Las Flores 2019, could you tell us your experience of what it feels like to be the next Miss Las Flores? This was right after Ysagurrie Paris passed the crown on to you at the time when Ysagurrie Paris was Miss Las Flores in 2017, when she passed the crown on to you.
Being Miss Las Flores was basically this part of pageantry for me. It was the first pageant that I ever went up for, and I was super happy. I was extremely happy to have been able to win the pageant, and it was a huge honor from them to be able to represent my community of Las Flores as their queen, and that opened a lot of doors for me. And one of the doors that opened was have been chosen to represent the Garden City in the national pageant. So being Miss Las Flores, I I will forever treasure that title, and it's an amazing experience. I've had an amazing experience, and I have been able to work with them, a lot of people, and do a lot of activities, because even before and after COVID started.
Yeah, because I remember the time that COVID did mess up all of us here, and we could barely move, we could barely do anything we want, but everything had to go virtual. So I'll ask you, how do you feel when you see a musician like myself, Ysagurrie McCoy, that came to the pageant and provided musical performances for the crowd, and also to you? What was your reaction when you saw me serenaded for you and the rest of the delegates?
It's amazing to have such talented people here in our country, and I feel like we don't appreciate that much, and we really do need to start to support our local artists a lot more than what we do up to now.
Exactly, because you understand the fact that some BELIZEAN artists don't get enough support, you know.
Yeah, they don't get enough support and enough recognition for their talent.
That's right, and that's really sad.
Now, in terms of Queen of the Bay, I know it is sad that no audience was on the program when they did the virtual pageant. Could you tell us what it was like to have the pageant gone virtual rather than having it go physical?
Well, performing without an audience, it's still nerve-wracking. You still feel nervous, you still get the stage nerves. And I think that when it comes to having the people's support, that helps a lot. In my personal experience and my personal opinion, having an audience cheer at you helps you and encourages you to perform even better. So I did miss having an audience, and when it comes to nervousness, you still feel nervous because you have the judges right in front of you. We still have the camera people. And we had in mind that a lot of people at home were watching us, so it's still nerve-wracking to be out there and to go on stage and perform. But the overall experience of the virtual pageant was still good. It was still exciting, and you still feel the amazing feeling and the huge honor to be there.
That's right, because virtual pageant, everybody have to sit down on a TV set, even on a tablet or their phone, to check out that 75th Queen of the Bay pageant, because I remember some years back, everything used to be physical than before.
Yes, everything was, yes.
And then, what advice would you like to give to the aspiring delegates on who want to become Miss Las Flores as well as Queen of the Bay?
I want to encourage them to go ahead and try it. I mean, whoever has the feeling and feels like they have the capacity to be able to put in the hard work and get the proper training, I think anybody can do it. Once you put in hard work to it and you keep humble throughout your journey, you can achieve greatness.
And
you don't always. I mean, there can only be one winner, but in the end of any pageant, you don't lose. You still gain the experience. You still meet a lot of people. You gain new friends, and it helps you a lot. It helps you build your personality. So in the end, even if you don't get first place, you still end up winning.
I could see that, because that my usual thing, I love beauty pageants and I always attend that. Is there any final words you want to say, who you want to send a shout out to in terms of this program?
I would like to say thank you to all my supporters in general, to my family, to everyone who took their time to congratulate me. Up to today, I still get messages saying congratulations, and I appreciate that very, very much. And a heartfelt thank you to all my supporters online. There's a lot of people whom I don't even know in person, and they have been supporting me from day one on social media. And I appreciate that very much. It is very encouraging, and I would like to ask you guys to keep on doing that, because not just with me, but with anybody else who is up on any challenge in life, it's very good to have people's feedback like a good feedback and to get good support, because that helps you and it encourages you to continue doing your best, and it goes a really long way. And I'd also like to thank my family for being so supportive and for always being there for me. I also would like to thank the Las Flores committee for having put up the pageant last year and opened these doors for me. Also the Belmopan committee and the national committee as well.
Indeed, that's true. That. Now I got one more question I want to ask you. Right? How you feel when I did share that video of me doing a virtual performance of doing the song entitled Queen of the Day, because it's a type of music I am trying to do. I'm working on. It's called jacoustic. It's a mixture of jazz and acoustic, which means that it's just the saxophone that I'm playing, and then I take the keyboard and I just do the background music with that. How do you feel about that performance that I did?
The performance was I watched it and it was amazing. I want to thank you publicly for having done the song, especially for me. I'm honored for you to have done that, and I do admire your talent.
Thank you very much, Myra. I really appreciate that. Maybe one day soon, what I want to do in the near future or so, I don't want to do not but best in working on a new segment called Ceviche with the delegates, past and present. You ever eat shrimp lobster ceviche before though?
Ceviche?
Of course.
Yeah, I do. I love ceviche.
Maybe one day soon we could do that together. I don't want to do that together one of the days, but I don't want to wait till when this pandemic come to an end, you know, because I have to wait till when this vaccine come someday soon.
Yes, most definitely. There's a lot of plans pending after this pandemic for us.
Yeah.
Because 2021, I really want to go back to do physical stage performance, because I know it's been a while since I haven't done so, but end up going virtual. But what do you think about the 10th of September virtual concert that I did on live TV?
It's a very good initiative from your part, you know, to put out and some entertainment for the people out there. We really need that right now, because we need to try to keep up with the same traditions that we have also. And I was very happy to see the virtual ceremonies that were done for the 10th, and also the ones that, for example, the students rally, the virtual rally that the Ministry of Education did. These are things that are teaching us that we need to keep up, and we need to try to find a way to go through with still like trying to keep some sort of normality throughout the pandemic, so we don't forget what the real life is all about. Because hopefully, and if God permits, sooner than later, we will get back to normal, and we want to still keep that. We want to not forget, and I appreciate everyone that's doing virtual activities to keep up and to keep the public entertained as well, because we need that for our mental health.
That's correct.
But not to worry, I will make my plans to come back to Las Flores again in 2021, and anything happens, we will plan together our shrimp and lobster ceviche together. Myra, I just want to say thank you for coming to BELIZEAN Beauty Queens past and present. It was a pleasure having you on our program. Maybe one day soon we'll have you back again someday in the near future.
Most definitely. Thank you very much for having me.
Anytime. Tell the family and tell the mom and dad and relatives I say hello, and you take care of yourself.
Will do, and you too, take care, be safe.
You too. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Myra Sibrian, Queen of the Bay 2020-2021, as well as Miss Las Flores 2019-2020, sharing her story on what it feels like to be Queen of the Bay as well as Miss Las Flores. When we come back, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into our third and final guest, and then we're going to wrap up the show of this program. BELIZEAN Beauty Queens past and present with Alan Reed McCoy. We'll be right back after these messages. welcome back. We have now reached the third and final segment here on BELIZEAN Beauty Queens Past and Present. This is Alan McCoy here, coming to you from the Real McCoy Entertainment Studio in the heart of Belize City. On our last segment, we interviewed Myra Sibrian, who was the National Queen of the Bay 2020-2021, as well as Miss Las Flores 2019 to 2021, and Belmont Pan Queen of the Bay 2020-21, which was a good one, and she really enjoyed it, and it was a pleasure to have her on our program. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have my third guest with me that will be reaching me through Facebook Messenger, phone call, and she hails all the way from La Isla Bonita, San Pedro. I am talking about Michelle Nunez, and she is right beside me. Michelle, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing very good. Thank you for having me this evening.
It's definitely a pleasure, Michelle. Tell me about yourself and what profession or work are you doing, or what kind of, are you enrolling in any school or something at the moment?
Yes, so I'm not working at the moment. I am enrolled at University of Belize. I am at this moment pursuing my bachelor's in social work, and I as well. Well, before the coronavirus, I was on my weekends. I do the Shine program.
That's very, very interesting of you, Michelle. But I know I have heard about you before because your sister Savannah and along with your mom, along with my mom, are nothing but church friends.
Yes.
Hope we'll meet up face to face someday soon. All right then, Michelle. The first time when you hear about Miss San Pedro, what was your reaction about the pageant before you decided to take part in and participate in the Miss San Pedro pageant?
Well, I participated in 2014, and I always wanted to participate in this pageant, but it was always something that was keeping me back. And well, I was 21 at the time, and I was like, this is my last chance, and I had to either take it or just let it go. And this was a dream of mine, so I went ahead and signed up to participate. And the funny thing about this is my mom disagreed, and my mom is a past beauty queen herself, and I was very surprised that she didn't want me to enter Miss San Pedro pageant, so I kind of did it behind her back, and then eventually she was like my #1 fan.
That's nice. Your mom was a beauty queen before.
Yeah, she participated in Miss Belize. I'm not sure what year it was, but she was first runner-up.
Well, maybe one day soon I will want to have an interview with her and she will have to accept that offer. But how does it feel to be Miss San Pedro from 2014 to 2015? Could you give us your expression of what it feels like to be Miss San Pedro from 2014?
Well, that pageant was a life changer for me. It opened doors, many doors for me. It was a memory I'll never forget. It was a lot of work. I mean, you not only attend the town council requirements and this and that, but you're a role model instantly. Actually, before you win, you're a role model. So that was a new thing for me. However, I loved and enjoyed every moment of my reign, and it made me want to do more pageants, which I did. I did 2 more after that.
Which two more pageants you did aside from the Miss San Pedro? Which one was that?
So in 2016, I did Miss America Latina, and that was in Mexico. And in 2017, I did the last one, which was Miss Costa Maya.
Yes. Speaking about Lorena de la Costa Maya, can you tell me what was your reaction when you got the crown, when you were chosen to become Miss Costa Maya, which was back in 2017? What was your reaction to that?
I cried on stage. It was very emotional because the Costa Maya Festival is in San Pedro, and it's a festival I've attended since I was a little girl. Every year I would go to this pageant. So this is like a thing for Sampadranos and locals here to attend. So I always imagined being on that stage as a little girl. So me winning was an experience. I guess everything was shown through my tears, but I was crying.
I
So,
could, yeah.
I could see that, Michelle, but I have been a supporter of you from day one when I think I did saw you at Mrs. Terramore pageant, but
Yes, I was there. I was a guest.
yes, I was there too, just to support to see who the winner is, but I get to end up taking pictures with other queens, but I couldn't get a picture with you and couldn't meet you face to face at that time.
Oh yeah, I don't recall.
I didn't know you that time then. So
You should have just come bothered me and take a picture.
Don't worry, Michelle. One of those days when I make plans to come visit San Pedro, we'll meet up face to face and we'll do get pictures with you, Savannah, and the entire Nunez family, which will be a good thing.
You're more than welcome.
anytime. So what challenges were you facing before those two pageants you took part in Costa Maya, and I'm talking about Costa Maya and San Pedro. What challenges did you face when you took part in those two pageants?
Well, I had many challenges. The nerves, you're very nervous. I had problems with my speaking, but that's all because of your nerves takes control of your body. I was also, like, finance too is a big worry, especially Miss Costa Maya pageant. It was an international pageant. I had to find sponsors, I had to write letters, and all of that was scary, and then that was challenging. So both financial problems, nerves, the little things as like, what am I gonna wear? How am I gonna get the perfect dress, the outfits? Practicing every night. I used to go to bed late. I was practicing with Mr. Enrique de Leon and Victor. All of those were challenges. But I mean, when you want something, it's just not that of a challenge. It's just more like you're driven to do it. So it comes, your wanting surpasses the challenge, if you understand what I'm saying.
That's good. That's a good thing to do. Yeah, but I know Enrique too, but I haven't met him yet. But maybe one day soon. Like I said, when I come visit San Pedro, I will have the opportunity to meet him face to face.
Yeah, he was amazing. I wouldn't know what I would do without him and Victor.
Yeah. Did you ever tour around the country and attend numerous pageants before you give up your crown as Miss Costa Maya back in 2018?
I did. Miss San Pedro 2014 was a lot more busier for me. Like, I attended so many events. And Miss Costa Maya in 2017, it wasn't as busy. I did fly to Mr. Amor pageant. I did go to that. I went to Queen of the Bay pageant in Corazal. I did a couple of things, but it wasn't as much active as San Pedro.
Speaking about Corazal, Queen of the Bay, I did a physical performance over there last year, 2019, and the Queen of the Bay Corazal committee was very surprised and pleased with my performance that I did to the crowd, and they were very, very pleased with my performance I did for the delegates as well. After I serenaded for them, I had to hug all 6 of them before I had to walk the stage off, and they were very, very happy about it.
Yeah, that was a good experience for me too. I was a judge for that pageant. I'm not sure. I think it was 2017. I was a judge.
Oh, that's nice. But what advice would you like to give to the people as well as the aspiring ladies who want to become not but Miss San Pedro as well as Miss Costa Maya?
Well, it's a lot of work, and people are probably like worried about what people will think or I'm scared to lose and this and that. You always have a reason why not to do it. But I mean, at the end of the day, what do you want? So if you want to do it, you go for it, because this is an experience of a lifetime. You are already a winner, and if you want that crown, you really have to just be honest with yourself. And the moment you walk on stage, just be you, the way you walk, the way you smile. Look in the mirror, be yourself, and be on stage and just be yourself. Like, if you pretend you're someone that you're not on stage, then that's not the way to win. If you want to win, you have to just give it your all and be you on that stage. Be honest with yourself, smile, and just have fun. At the end of the day, have fun. I mean, I will never forget my pageant days, and the memories, meeting new people, meeting new faces, all of that is a part of the winning experience. So yeah, many girls say be yourself. A lot of people will say be yourself, but I mean, as cliche as it sounds, that's the key to a successful title, is you be yourself. And when you win, you be yourself. You continue holding up that crown in your head. You have a job, and you have to take that year and give it your all, because you are a role model. I mean, little girls are looking at you and they want to be you, so you have to be yourself and be positive and just be yourself. Yeah.
No problem, Michelle. That's good advice that you want to give. But who you want to big up on the program?
My family. I know my mom, she watches you. She's very supportive of you. Savannah, of course. All the girls who are into pageants, I would love to big them up too. This is very important to them. And I just want to leave by saying that once you say yes to be doing pageants, you're already halfway there. All you have to do is go for it.
Thank you very much. Maybe one day soon, Michelle, what I want to do in the near future, if I make plans to come visit San Pedro, I want to do nothing but best in having what you call ceviche, the delegates, because that's a new segment I want to work on very soon. You love eat ceviche, for example, a shrimp, lobster, conch, anything?
I eat everything. My favorite is octopus.
Octopus ceviche, that's a good thing. Well, one of those days, we'll have to do nothing but a combination mix so that everybody can enjoy.
Yes, that would be nice.
With some nice, cool beer, probably a Pelican, Landshark.
Yes. When this COVID is settled.
Yes, I really want this COVID come to an end, because I'm tired of being locked up in home alone and doing anything at all because physical performance may get suspended once again due to this pandemic. Maybe
one. Enjoy virtual.
Yeah, but virtual performances, I've done that already. I did it for Mother's Day, I did it for Father's Day, I did it for 10th of September, but everybody really enjoyed it.
Yes.
Well, Michelle, I want to say thank you for being on BELIZEAN Beauty Queens past and present. It was a pleasure being with you, interviewing you. And tell your mom and company I say hello. Maybe I'll come over to the island and I'll meet you guys very soon.
Alright, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Anytime, Michelle. You take care of yourself, tell the family hello, and may God bless them all.
Alright, bye.
Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Michelle Nunez, who was Miss Costa Maya 2017-2018, and last but not least, 2014-2015 Miss San Pedro, sharing her stories on what it means like to be those positions. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say to you that it was a super show that everybody will enjoy. on behalf of the Real McCoy Entertainment and on behalf of BELIZEAN Beauty Queens past and present, I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you loyal viewers for enjoying this wonderful program that all of you will love to enjoy. This is Alan McCoy here. Want to thank you for your support and loyalty, and we're looking forward to seeing you on our next program, which you will all enjoy. Thank you very much. Tell your families hello, and may God bless all. May God bless everyone and bless you. Take care and goodbye.